Hey sis, welcome to part 8 of our How to Start an Online Business as a Christian Entrepreneur series. It's your girl, Steph Rodness, founder and CEO of Godlywood Girl, creator of GodlywoodGirl.com, an online website that connects women of Christ with the resources they need to step into their God-given purpose as a Christian entrepreneur. So if that's you, make sure you head over to GodlywoodGirl.com and check out all the resources on the site. Use discount code YouTube at checkout to get 10% off your entire order. And if you're ready to learn step number 8 for how to start your own online business as a Christian entrepreneur, grab your pen and paper, let's dive in. So step number 8 for how to start your online business as a Christian entrepreneur is to rinse and repeat. Rinse and repeat. In the online sales funnel marketing world, they call this retargeting. You now take those people who have gone through this offer with you and you put them into a new offer, a new funnel sequence, and you do this over and over again. Here's a couple of heads up. Once you create your product, right? After you create your product, if you did it as a pre-order, then obviously you're just going to deliver that product to the people who pre-ordered. If you're doing it live, like some people will do a live class or something like that, obviously teach your class live, things like that. Once you're finished, right? You finish that product. A lot of people make the mistake of saying, okay, I got this product done, and now I'm going to focus all my time and the rest of my life selling this product to brand new people. And that's okay. And honestly, there are a lot of people who have a very successful business doing exactly that. They have one main product, one main offer that they sell, and all they do all day is they sell that offer to new people. That's all they do all day. This is a phenomenal business model if you have a couple of things in place. Number one is a marketing budget. The majority of people who you see online selling the same product offer to new people and making buku money doing it are spending buku money on Facebook ads, Instagram ads, YouTube ads, Google ads, putting this offer in front of a cold audience, okay? Which is perfectly fine. It's a great way to scale a business. To be honest with you, that's where Godlywood Girl is going. I'm going to be releasing Godlywood Girl TV by the grace of Jesus in January 2021, and it's going to be that same offer. I'm not going to be doing other offers anymore. That'll be my one offer, and I'm going to be presenting it to people who haven't heard of Godlywood Girl yet over and over again. And yes, I plan to use Instagram ads to do it. So I am not knocking anybody who uses the strategy. It's a great strategy. The problem is, and which kind of frustrates me a little bit, is that the people who use that strategy don't tell you how much they're actually spending per month on Facebook ads to get those results. They don't tell you. So they make all of us think, oh my gosh, I can make 6 figures a year by just selling one offer. But what they're not telling you is that they spent $20,000 in Facebook ads to make that 6 figures a year on that offer. That's what they don't tell you. Now, your girl has been selling products online since 2013. So when I first learned this, the people who were teaching me were the ones who had one main offer and were using these ads to sell this offer. That's how I found most of their offers. I would see their Facebook ad on my timeline, on my feed, click through, get their lead magnet, get the webinar. Ooh, I love this product, purchase the product, right? That's like usually the standard funnel that they use. And then they would teach me the same process. You can do this too, Stephanie, of course. And so I would set up my offer, set up my webinar, set up my funnel, but I never was able to repeat the same results because my Facebook ads budget was about $300 a month when I started. I was working a 9-to-5 job. I was living check to check. The most I could squeeze out from my paycheck was about $300. So that's what I was doing. I was trying so hard to repeat the results on a little $300 budget. If they had told me that the process that they were using required me to spend about, $4,000 on Facebook ads, I would have been like, okay, this is not the right method for me right now. Later on, yes, perfect. This is the method I'm going to use. I told you this is what I'm going to be doing in January. So once you're at a certain place in your business, yes, by all means, go for it. That's an amazing way, and it's honestly less stressful, right? However, when you're starting out, I don't want you to be creating a business model that's almost impossible for you to actually generate income from. If you know you have a cap on your finances for how much you can spend on these ads converting cold traffic into buyers, well, sis, then don't use that model. Use the Kylie Jenner model or the Tyler Perry model or the Lewis Howe model or what I call the purpose profit formula model, where you rinse and repeat with your customers over and over again. Every single month at Godlywood Girl, I send out a brand new email saying, what product would you like me to make for you next? And they tell me, and I rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. All 7 of these steps, I do them over and over again. Every single day, I am adding new people to my email list. And this is such an important part of this process, by the way. Every single day, you need to continue your marketing. You need to continue putting that lead magnet that you created in, what was it, step 3? That lead magnet that you made in step 4 when you set up your legend funnel, right? Every single day, you need to make sure you're doing marketing to put that legend funnel, that lead magnet, in front of your potential customer avatar. So you're always getting fresh leads to your email list. And as you do that, each month you send this email out to your old leads and your new leads saying, what product would you like me to create for you next? And when they tell you that's the product you create for them in that month, that's the product you deliver to them. And you do this over and over again. Remember when I told you the concept of Kevin Kelly's True Fans, right? Finding 1,000 people to spend $100 with you in your business per year. So let's say you get that 1,000 people on your email list and you have these 1,000 people purchasing from you. Well, in January, they ask you for this ebook, and that's what you make for them. You sell it to them for $10. In February, they ask you for another type of ebook. You sell it to them for $10. In March, same thing. April, same thing. May, same thing. Guess what happens by November? You made $100,000 because you had 1,000 people purchasing a $10 ebook from you every single month. You're like, oh my gosh, 1,000 customers, that's too much. Okay, cool, let's flip it. Let's say you have 100 people who are spending $100 with you per month, right? So that's kind of like the price point that I like to use here at Godlywood Girl. I love $97 products. My customers love $97 products. So every single month, if I sell 100 units of a product, that is $100, by November, I have made 6 figures in my business. 100 people who spent $1,000 with me over 1 year gets me $100,000. 400 people who spent $1,000 with me a year. 500 people. You can do the math on this, sis. Now, when you are doing this method, keep in mind that you need to be serving your audience, right? You can't just pop out of the blue, like not talk to your email list for an entire month and be like, yo, let me sell you some stuff. They ain't gonna like it. You need to make sure you're maintaining a relationship with your customers, serving them, giving them value, right? That's why when you're on my Godlywood Girl email list, I teach a free class every single Thursday. It's part of the value that I can give to serve you where you're at. I know a lot of people on my email list can't yet afford to get into the Godlywood Girl School of Business or can't yet afford to get an accelerator. I get it, but I still want to serve you where you're at. And then when you're ready to purchase a resource, you're like, okay, cool. I already know Stephanie's style. I already know how she serves her information. Now I'm ready for a paid product. Let me go get it. Think about that in terms of serving your customer the solution to their problem. That's why all of this starts with identifying your niche. All of this starts with understanding the problem that you solve. Now, here at Godlywood Girl, right? I know how to write screenplays, praise Jesus. I know how to be super productive, praise Jesus. I know how to do all these different things, like set up a backdrop. I don't teach those things at Godlywood Girl because my specific niche helps women of Christ who want to be Christian entrepreneurs. So if it's not something that's going to help you become a Christian entrepreneur, I'm not going to teach it. So keep that in mind as you're doing rinse and repeat methodology. You want to make sure you are staying on brand, staying on track, staying in your niche, so you continue becoming this expert that solves a specific problem for your customers, and you do it over and over again. And you don't have to do this just once a month. I know an online entrepreneur who she creates like 10 products a month. She's amazing. I've actually had a conversation with her over the phone about it. I'm like, how are you making all this stuff? And she said that since she was a little girl, she's always liked making stuff like this. She's always made new books. She's always been one of those people making PowerPoint slides. That's just what she does. So when she became an online entrepreneur, she saw this huge opportunity to serve her audience multiple times per month. So my girl be doing the purpose profit formula multiple times per month, putting up an IG story, what are your questions? And they tell her, and she makes a product to solve it. And she does it over and over and over again, praise God. So here at Godlywood Girl, I use this formula once a month. I'm one of those people who I'm an introvert, so I don't really want to be doing a lot of stuff all the time. So I use this formula once a month. But again, you can do this the way that you want it to be done. This is completely up to you. but use this formula in that you are creating new products for the same people. And this allows you to literally not compete with anybody else. You're not running Facebook ads trying to get a better cost per conversion than this person who's doing the same exact audience that you're running to. You don't have to worry about that. Your email list is your email list. Nobody can take that email list from you ever, because these people have consented to receiving marketing messages from you, okay? So nobody can ever take that email list from you. So dedicate your time to serving this email list over and over again. And again, your goal is to find 1,000 people who are gonna spend $100 with you per year, or 100 people who are gonna spend $1,000 with you per year, and that gets you to a 6-figure online business as a Christian entrepreneur. So I hope you enjoyed these past 8 videos about how to start your online business as a Christian entrepreneur. If you want my help taking action on these steps, make sure you get into the Godlywood Girl School of Business. This is what I show you how to do step by step. I go over all 8 of these steps in there in detail so you can follow along and build your online business with your sales funnels. And if you're like, well, Stephanie, I'm not quite ready yet, then get my free Christian business toolkit by going to purposegift.com/businesskit. It's a starter kit for anybody who's just kind of on the research journey. But if you're like, no more research, I just want to get into School of Business, go to purposelegend.com/School of Business. Both links are in the description box below. Finally, if you're not already subscribed to the Godlywood Girl YouTube channel, make sure you hit that subscription button. My goal for this channel is for it to be the #1 resource for every woman of faith who wants to live her greatest purpose for Christ as a Christian entrepreneur. So if that's you, make sure you hit that subscription button and turn on your post notifications, because next week I'm gonna go over step 9 of our process, which is gonna be the paperwork, okay? So make sure you turn on post notifications so you can get notified as soon as that video comes out. And if you stayed until the end, make sure you comment below, I stayed until the end, so that we can network with each other in the comments. Thanks so much for watching, and God willing, I'll see you at Godlywood Girl. Hey love, thanks so much for watching this video on my YouTube channel. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you hit that like button and click the subscribe button so you can get brand new videos that Godlywood Girl releases. My mission with the Godlywood Girl YouTube channel is for it to empower at least 5 million women of Christ to get unstuck, stop feeling frustrated, and start living God's greatest purpose for their lives. So if you want to join that movement, make sure you click the link below to join me in the Godlywood Girl School of Purpose, where I literally teach you how to start living God's greatest purpose for your life step by step. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you on the next video.